Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find down in that video description below, including ways to support this channel like clicking that red subscribe button and getting us to 7,500 as soon as possible. Other ways to support us are down there, like my books, the merch store, etc., and so on. But really, clicking that red button is the biggest way to help us out. Also, can I say I don't like the change? YouTube has changed the streamer dashboard, and yeah, it's going to take a minute to get used to. They've moved things around and made the setup really wonky for how I was doing things, and now I've got to, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it and see if I need to reset some stuff. But yeah, they changed it since yesterday's stream, and I'm not digging it. So anyway, today we're gonna take a look at the latest from Iyah, and before we jump into that, I just want to put out there and say something that I've always been, how I felt about controversial topics. The last time I did one of her more controversial songs, the one that blew up, that everybody, that got her contract canceled and whatnot. Some people got a little upset that I didn't expound on certain topics in the song. I'm just going to say that I don't talk about things that I don't know a lot about. It's just something that if I haven't researched it, if I don't understand it, or if I don't think that I'm getting all the information, I'm typically not going to talk about it. And I think that is a stance that more people need to take. And you might be used to talking heads on YouTube or on cable news or celebrities or whatever, just expounding on everything, whether they know anything about it or not. Maybe that's the norm you're used to, but we shouldn't be used to that. And so if there are certain things in songs that I don't go into, certain topics that I don't expound on or have an opinion on one way or the other, that's why. Either I didn't hear it, which again, guys, remember I do this live. I don't hear everything. I don't pre-record this. I don't sit there and go over it again and again and again and just say a bunch of stuff and then cut it all together and give you guys this neat little packaged video. I don't want to be like those other streamers. So sometimes I miss stuff, but other times it's because I don't know enough about said topic to go into it. And I don't want to be one of those people that just dumps horse shit from their mouth just to get clicks or to make people happy. If you want that, you're not going to get it here. So just wanted to put that out there before we jump into this. So this is Iyah's latest. It's called Good Citizen. It falls in line with her first song that we reviewed on this channel and that got her pretty much well known on YouTube and on social media. So we're going to take a look at this, pause necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. It is a lyric video, or I guess called an art video, because we're not going to see the lyrics. It's not a music video, so we're just going to listen to the song, pause necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. If you are in the live stream, say hi, and if you're watching that recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But here we go. This is Iyah's Good Citizen.
Are you a Nazi? Are you a
Right out of the
beast? You're just a citizen, and you're still on a leash. It doesn't matter which thing you choose. At the end of the game, you lose. You're just a chess piece on a board for the Raiders. Keep up the pawn, keep up the cams, keep up the wall, wall, wall. Keep up the reps, keep up the thugs, giving them more. Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided. Cool, now let's get rid of the cash. Digital ID and let's turn out the trash. Mr. Teal, Mr. Anderson, they warned us with the red pill, and they tell us before they do it in the movies. Like it ain't real. Billy Gates, he makes a profit off disease.
She comes out of the gate swinging. And one of those lines that really stuck with me. First of all, I like the beat. I love her vocals. Her voice is fantastic, and I like the writing. I like the way the song is structured, with the beat and giving us a little bit of, almost rock, almost rap, almost pop, but changing it up to sort of, I don't know, to me anyway, sort of fits the chaotic nature of what we're going through here. But one of the lines hopefully I remembered hearing it right. Yeah, so she starts out, oh, you're a Nazi, oh, you want peace, you're just a citizen, you're still on a leash. It doesn't matter which team you choose at the end of the day, or at the end of the game, you lose. And that right there is so indicative of of everything. I mean, it's indicative of what I started with. It doesn't matter what you say, what you do. You're going to lose. You can't please everybody. Somebody's going to be offended by what you say or what you do. Somebody's going to be offended by what you don't say or what you don't do. Uh, the streaming community, it goes through that all the time, and we're watching, and you guys probably aren't going to know anything about this drama, but there's a YouTuber out there who won an award, who everybody thinks he shouldn't have won the award, and his fan base can be a little bit, you know, they could be a little bit trolly. That's what they do. They do things to get on people's nerves, and because he doesn't outright tell his fan base to stop doing that, everybody says he's encouraging it. But if he did tell them, then they would say he didn't tell them good enough, or he didn't do enough. It's, no matter what you do, if I talk about every part of this and expound on every part of this song, somebody's going to be upset. And if I don't, somebody's going to be upset. Prove me wrong in the comments. I can almost guarantee you somebody in the comments is going to be upset that I didn't talk about some part of this song, any part of this song, because they wanted to hear me talk about it and I didn't. No matter what, you're going to lose. And so that part, sorry, I've talked so much, but that part really sticks with me in this.
Rise up all the forms of pay is what we eat. In my fires, I got $1 trillion dream.
I didn't back it up, sorry.
Fit off disease. Rise up all the forms of pay is what we eat.
Yeah.
In my fires, I got $1 trillion dream. You can go underpopulate the elites. So they killed Charlie and they killed Molly.
That part about Bill Gates and Pfizer and whether you think it's a conspiracy or not, it's really concerning when somebody with that much money is so involved in not only food sources but healthcare. Pfizer already pretty shady, but then you have this guy who's buying up farmland and involved with Pfizer. It's just, there may not be anything there. It may be a big old nothing burger, but it still feels off. You know what I mean? Like, it's still hard to look at that situation and not feel like something's wrong with that. And again, we're shifting the tempo, we're shifting the delivery. I like that. I like the way she's doing this, through here.
In the movies, like it ain't real. Billy Gates, he makes a profit off disease.
Oh, I backed up all the way. Sorry.
In my fires, I got $1 trillion dream.
Yeah.
You can go underpopulate the elites. So they killed Charlie and they killed Molly, both the Kennedys and Marilyn. They killed Diana and they killed Jackson. We are the legacy, this is their anthem. Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided. Bombs drop from.
And I would say more than just, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theory around the political assassinations and what people have done. And I don't think we have the full truth. I don't know if what people think happened actually happened, but I do believe that there is a lot that's still being kept from us about a lot of those, including, not just the ones she names, but, Martin Luther King, there was, the attempted assassination of Trump. What was behind that? Are we getting the full story behind that? There's a lot of things that Ripley must have seen somebody outside. I wonder, are we getting the full story? Is there more out there that we're not getting? And that's part of this second verse too, is, are we getting the full story? I don't know. And I wish I could trust anybody about that,
Stay silent, stay violent, stay plugged in and divided. Bombs drop from heaven just like hail. Dragged your own through the mud, well done Israel. When the altar and a ballot and a barrel shouldn't meet. Cleanse the country, kill the children, Mr. Baby, how do you sleep?
And that's the part I know a lot of people are going to want me to expound on that, and I just don't know. I don't know if we're getting all the information. I don't know if we're getting the right information. People believe this news source, they believe that news source, they believe this commentator, they believe that commentator. And quite honestly, I really don't think anybody's telling us the truth about any of it. And you know, sorry if you don't like that stance, but that's where I'm at. I don't know what to believe anymore. And so I'm not going to sit here and use my platform to spread more doubt and misinformation and division because I don't know. And if that bothers some people, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. But I'm not gonna bend my principles um, to make a few comment writers on the internet happy. It's just not gonna happen. And I think that's a very good point. A wolf in a world full of sheep, and a lot of people think of the sheep are the people who believe the government or do what the government wants, and that's not necessarily untrue. That's not unfair to say that. But you can also be a sheep if you blindly believe one news source over another. You can be a sheep if you believe one internet talking head over another. Um, it takes um, a different mindset to walk a different path and not bend to every headline and clickbait and emotional manipulation that comes out of the media just because it makes you feel bad. And I'm definitely not saying that's where Iyah is. She may have determined the truth for herself the way she has researched and looked into things. But I know a lot of people are just putting blinders on and looking at one source of information and trusting that that's the right thing. And unfortunately, that's the path of the sheep.
BlackRock, Starmer. I have to talk about Starmer.
Okay, we'll see.
Palantir watches like horse, and BlackRock
That's
is back to his core.
Messed up shit.
Funding the digital war, Starmer like Judas and Tor. Now be a good civilian, while the folks on the hill keep making millions.
Yeah.
Keep up the porn, keep up the cams, keep up the wall, wall, wall. Keep up the revs, keep up the things, giving them more. Stay silent, stay violent.
I like the
Stay
change
plugged in
a lot.
and divided. Cool, now let's get rid of the cash. Digital ID and let's turn out the trash. Mr. Teal, Mr. Anderson, they want us with a blue pill on the toss before they do it in the movies like it ain't real. This isn't a willy or a dream. Strings are on the thread. Burn ourselves to power the machine. Strings are on the thread. Kill our flesh and our spirit. Strings are on the thread. Are you a wolf in a world full of sheep? Strings are on the thread. This isn't a willy or a dream. Strings are on the thread. Burn ourselves to power the machine. Strings are on the thread. Kill our flesh and our spirit.
I like that phrase too of puppet strings being under threat. It's that simile of waking up, of noticing, of seeing what's going on, and more people. And I think more and more people are. I think more people are starting to see as more citizen journalism, and I'm not saying that all the citizen journalism and all the social media journalism and all that is necessarily truth, but I think it has opened people's eyes up to how easy it is to be manipulated and to allow people to see um, how quickly bad information gets out there, and giving them more viewpoints to make people start asking questions. I think is a good thing. A long review.
Once you perceive what lies beneath the surface, once you glimpse the truth behind the polite illusion, you are faced with a terrible choice. Do you speak or do you remain silent? If you speak, you disturb the dream. If you stay silent, you disturb your soul. This is not a simple dilemma. It's an ancient tension between truth and belonging, between authenticity and acceptance. When you speak, when you dare to name what others deny, you risk being cast out, and not always gently.
It's very true. You do. Nobody wants the dream disturbed. They don't want the illusion of peace disturbed. Some people just want to be left alone, and I can't fault people for that. There are many times where I just want to be left alone. But sometimes I see things that I just can't stay silent about, and but when you see those things, I highly encourage everybody to look into them, to research, to read, to try to find as much of the truth as you can, because reactionary action, being reactive to those things, can be as detrimental to you and to others as not doing anything at all. I mean, we see it all the time. When people react to something they don't like, they light cars on fire, they shoot people, they throw bricks through windows. There is. We don't want to be so reactionary that we lose sight of the truth and we just become animal. We don't want to just become violent animals. So yeah, anyway, great piece. I really like the way that was structured. I love the ups and downs of it. The beat was fantastic. Her vocals were great. The songwriting, so much good stuff in there. So much truth in there. Definitely check out IMA's channel and subscribe there if you're not already. And be sure to subscribe here. Get us 7,500 as soon as possible. Hopefully I will have a stream tomorrow. I should be on tonight with some Tarkov. Otherwise, I will see you all again soon. You have a great one. Much love.